Good morning, it's Sheila from She's a Sassy Lady, and I am going to do a brief show of this particular instruction, basically because we just did it last week, and I just want you to see what it looks like so that you can duplicate this. This is the card itself. Look at this. I'm going to zoom in and zoom in also on here. To make the wave or the curve, I use circles. So this time I put the coyote on there, and here, let me show you. I've already done the card. This is what the card looks like. Okay? Let me zoom back out so you can see something here. Now the missing U, the front is on there, but on this I've got a curve going, and of course I can't just do a straight box across, so what I did is I used a circle and an oval to be able to just bring this down nicely. Okay, so when you're designing yours, you need to know that you can use any element that you want and then just weld it. But see how I've got the circle here, and then I used an oval along with the box, and then the coyote. Now what I also did is I used, again, I wanted a curved edge on the top up here instead of just the squarish circle going around. So what I did is I used a circle, brought the square down, used a circle, and then I put a moon on there, and I put stars, and let's see, let's get the little eyeball. I welded everything so that when it cuts, and I want you to see the outline of this cut. And again, while it's coming, I'm going to zoom in a little bit so that you can see this. And it's almost there. Almost. There's a lot of welding on this one, so it takes a little bit longer. But see how you can see the outline going across. This is where the stars are, and the moon goes here, but I used a circle to get that rounded edge opposed to having a square edge going across. Missing U is backwards, just like it is in all of it. You can't see really what it is. And then the coyote over here, see how his edge is? It's so simple. Well, I shouldn't say it's so simple. It's a little bit easier than it looks. I think the hardest part is grabbing all the little components and then doing a weld. But I wanted you to see this so that you could see. Now, my instructions for the trifold card are going to be the same, and so I'm not going to bore you with all kinds of duplicate instructions over and over again. I'll show you how I put the card together, but that's how it looks when it's welded. And see the edges? And you're looking at the inside of the card. So this is the inside of the card, like the, zoom out again. This is the inside of the card. See? Flip, flip. This is the inside of the card, and we'll zoom back in. Okay? Now, you've got that. Let's go on to the next page here. What I did, oops, oh, there we go, is everything, remember, my biggest advice for you as a shortcut is always double your cards. Do them 2 up. If you're doing an A2 card on a 12 by 12 sheet of paper, do it 2 up. This way, I did the cut for the base of the card, and I'm doing the cut for all the little pieces. And I just maneuver them on the page so that I can put the colors on. Best advice, it's a wonderful, wonderful shortcut for you, and it'll save you a ton of time. But I've got all my components on there. All I had to do was lay the colors on, and I did this in 1 cut. Okay? So it just goes by real fast. You design your card, you double it up, you cut it out, and then you make both cards. Doesn't get much easier than that. At any rate, I will attach the instructions, and I'm going to use the instructions that I showed last week. It's going to duplicate again on this, but this way you've got instructions on how to put that three-fold card together using my template. You have a great day. Thank you for joining me, and be sure to continue watching this video so you can see how to set it up, because when you design your card, you're going to use the template and you're going to put whatever pieces of artwork that you want to put on and then link your card up. Can't wait to see what you do. Hi, it's Sheila from She's a Sassy Lady, and this morning what we're going to do is we're going to go back to that three-fold card and make it. Now, I chose, and this is my Kindle Fire. I keep all my booklets right on the Kindle Fire. I've got all my cards put away, etc., etc. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make that little puppy, and it's the one with the fire, the fire truck or the fireman hat. I'm not going to put the fireman hat on it. I'm going to run it a tri-fold, what I call the three-fold, because it's 3 portions on the card. And what I'm going to do is the little doghouse and the puppy and all its little parts, and we're going to run that. And then there's a word in here called smile. We're going to use the word smile on the front of the card, because again, I'm going to make this card for Chris and send it out to her right here as smile. And smile's on page 45, and the little puppy is on page, let's see, page 35. Okay, so let's get to work here. Let me put that aside, get our gypsy. Now, I provided for you a long time ago, and I'll have the download for you again. And once again, I apologize for the Scarecrow download. It turned out I needed to have my gypsy updated, and when I got Provocraft on the phone, they helped me out. We got it updated and got everything working properly again. So my files will be fine again. Anyway, this is, they were fine, they were just empty. So anyway, this is the template on the three-fold, and it's as you're looking at the inside of the card. The right is a little bit larger, and this is exactly the size that you want it to be in height on all 3 of those. But what we're going to do is drop the little box down to fit our piece of artwork. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to Create a Critter, and we're going to get our little dog, and he's right here, and I need him, and he's going to go right down here on this side. And remember, once again, we are doing the inside of the card. Okay, and that's important for you to remember when you're actually making the card, what you're looking at and what direction you're looking in. And all I do is I keep fitting the little puppy in so it's edge to edge on those lines of where the fold is going to be. Okay, so you'll see me, and I don't know the exact size. You know what? I didn't even take the time to look. What I do is I play with it, and as you can see, it's now edge to edge. It's to the edge and to the edge. Now what I do is I'm going to make a copy of that puppy. So hit the plus size, because that's the size it's going to be. Go to your advanced key and just put them on the page and go back. And I've got it on a page, I don't know why I have it empty, because it's an empty card. There's nothing on it. That's why I named it. And I want to hide that back layer so that you can't see it. And now I want to just click on that puppy. I got to get the right one here. Click on the puppy. And of course I'm not getting the puppy. There we go. No, I didn't get it. There, I got the puppy. Move the puppy back over so that he is the exact height as that top line right there. See, he's the exact height. Now I want to grab that little box, and see how it turned purple? I want to drop it down to just below his ears so the puppy's head is sitting above. Okay? We're good on that one. Now, one last thing that we have to do, grab the puppy one more time, and you have to flip it. because he's going to go on the inside fold. It's going to fold over like that, so when you open it, it opens like this. And we're looking at the inside, so we got to flip it. So just hit your little flip button, and now we've got him just right, okay? He's almost ready to be welded, but we're going to do everything at one time. Now we're going to move to the center, and we're going to put that doghouse in the center. So I'm going to first go back and get the doghouse, and I believe he's on a shift layer. Sure enough is. Shift. And again, I'm going to bring him over. Bring it down. See how simple I make this? I mean, there's no sense in making it difficult. It could be very difficult if you're going, I'll make this 3 point whatever, but I don't do that. I just play with it and get it just so I'm looking at it visually. And I want to get it once again side to side, and I'm almost, oh, I am there. There, I've got it side to side, there and there. And I want to bring the roof. Well, first let's make a copy. Let's go to layer 6. He's highlighted. Layer 6, hit the copy, and we've got it over there. Go back to the card again. And we've got him highlighted. Drop it down to the top of that red square. That's the top of the card. Now it's up to you where you want the square. I personally like it so that it's just above the dog there. Now you have to, hard part is getting that little red square. There, I've got it. And it's turned purple. So now I want to drop that purple square down a little bit. And I want it just above the puppy, but I want it so that the roof line is there. Okay? Now, move over to the left side of the card. And I'm doing that by holding my thumb down on the left side and the lower button, and then moving the cursor over. Okay, now we're going to find the word smile. So I'll go to phrases, and smile should be in here somewhere. Oh, I've got it in the shift lock. I won't find it there. Take it off that shift lock. That's why I didn't see it. Smile, right here. Got the word smile, and I'm going to bring it down, bring it across, and on this one I want it just over the line a little bit. I can have it on the line like that, or I put it just a little touch over, and I want to enlarge it. So again, it's going from side to side. Drop it down a little. Okay. And remember, I forgot to flip the doghouse, so we'll go back and do that. Now I've got it side to side right there, and I am going to make go to layer 6, and I'm going to make a copy of it, go back, and I am going to highlight it once again. And there's a little problem here that you need to know about. When you do something like this, what's going to happen is it's going to cut out the center of that E when I weld it. So we're going to go to the hide contour and just go to the center of the E and hide that. Okay? Now I've got it where I want it, but I need to flip it. So I flip it, and I'm going to go to the zoom out so you can see the whole thing. I'm going to go to the doghouse, and I'm going to flip that also, which I just did. Now that is highlighted. I'm going to go and to the basic key, hit the highlight button, grab the little puppy, grab the top of the smile there, and then the base of the card, and I have it all grouped together, as you can see. Okay? Now go to your advanced button and hit the weld button. You've got it. Now just remember, when you are cutting this, you are cutting, and this is the inside of your card that you're looking at. So if you're using a two-sided, two different color paper, make sure that you have the color that you want on the inside is on the inside. Now, I make this card 2 up. So I'm actually going to do double it. And all I have to do is, I've got it highlighted, I want to hit double, copy. I want to move it over so that it's centered. Whoops. Get it right on the center. Move it up. Zoom in so you make sure that you don't go too far up. There we go. Make sure your lines are within, and it is. And I'm panning down. I want to grab the bottom one and bring it down so that I can fit both cards on this sheet. And I'm actually cutting, because you know me, I want 2 cards up. Okay, there's both cards. Isn't that awesome? Now, when you're using the template, I want you to, when you go to save it, you're going to do a save as, and it's going to come up 3-fold template. Change that, leave your template on there, and I've already got a puppy in there, so I'm just going to name this puppy 2, but you can name it whatever you want. Backspace puppy 2. Space 2. Okay, and now I've got it in my system. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go back to this layer 6, and these are the 3 pieces that we have, and we're actually going to end up using a couple things. Let's take the house, and we are going to make a we're going to go to the house, and we need to, let's see, I want it on shift lock. There's the house. I want layer 1. Oops, I forgot to touch it. Shame on me. There we go. And then layer 2, get the roof. And layer 3, there is none. So we've got all 3 of the layers here. And all we have to do is position it on the mat and do a 2-up. But I just want you to see that you grab all the pieces. Now I'm going to take this is all highlighted. I'm going to take it and hit the plus sign, and I'm going to copy it over here, and I'm going to ungroup it. Oops, ungroup it. And I'm going to get 1, 2 houses. So I can do 2 houses, and I'll spend more time with this later on to figure out exactly how I want it. I'm going to turn this on its side because I can cut a smaller piece of paper and then copy it, move it over like that. See that? And there's the roof, and I want a copy of that, and now I've got 2 of them. And I'm going to move this down a little bit. I've got it right within the thing, so I'm good there. Move that a little bit closer. Okay, there's my thing. I have my black here. I have, according to that thing, it was black and red, I believe, or whatever color you end up choosing. You know, I'm going over to the Kindle Fire here and turning it on so we can take another look at it. They used black, red, and yellow. See, black, red, and yellow. Let me enlarge that for you. Black, red, and yellow. You can decide whatever you want. I know that I'm not using those colors because I picked out my base color, and I'll be using with black with some type of red and an olive green, because the inside of my paper is an olive green polka dot. Now go back to the original. Oh, hide layer 7, and you want to get rid of that because you've got the copies. So exit out, and by the way, save often. Okay. Smile, you want 2 of those. So hit copy, 2. I mean, this is only common sense, right? The puppy. Take it off, shift lock. And you want layer 1, the puppy color, and layer 2, the hat and the neck. Layer 3, I don't want the badge but his tongue, and I already cut this out. I threw out the tongue. I'm not playing with that little bit of a piece of paper, so I'm not even going to worry about setting it up on this. If you want the tongue, God bless. Good luck to you. So now I'm going to go back to my mat, and there's all 3 of my pieces, and I'm going to take it off. Oh, before I take it off, I want to make a copy of this. Copy, so I have 2. And then I'm going to ungroup, and I've got 2 puppies. 1, 2, there we go. And it's all set to be cut. Wasn't that easy? Now, that's all you have to do. Save it. Oh, sorry, missed one step. Let's go back to the advanced key hide contour. I'm not doing the hat, remember I told you, but I am going to do the collar and the little bell or whatever on there. And then same thing with this. Hide the hat. Okay? And I'm good there. And we are all set. Come back and watch the second video and you'll see me put it together. Bye now.